One common theory about General Leia Organa in Star Wars The Last Jedi is that she will be killed by Supreme Leader Snoke, with this causing Kylo Ren to turn against him. But Snoke actor Andy Serkis just blew that theory up by saying in an interview that he has no scenes with Carrie Fisher in the movie. In a recent interview, Serkis paid tribute to the late actress, but he gave away a bit of a spoiler by saying he never got a chance to perform with her. "I had no scenes with Carrie, but I did get to know her a little bit," he said. "She was an incredible human being with a wonderful personality, and she's sadly missed, and everyone who came into contact with her was really touched by her great energy and great sense of humor." Supreme Leader Snoke in Star Wars The Force Awakens. Lucasfilm suggests that Leia Organa and Supreme Leader Snoke never meet one another in Star Wars The Last Jedi. Technically, it's possible that they do meet, and that Andy Serkis recorded his motion capture performance separately from when Carrie Fisher performed her scene. But that's not how things worked on Star Wars The Last Jedi, as Serkis actually acted alongside Adam Driver and Domhnall Gleeson. Serkis also notes in this interview that he had a great time working with the cast and Adam Driver and Domhnall Gleeson, so he obviously did have scenes with some other actors on The Last Jedi. It's just that Carrie Fisher wasn't one of the performers that he acted alongside, which almost certainly means that Leia and Snoke don't wind up meeting in the movie. This quote immediately ruined a lot of online fan theories about the third act of The Last Jedi, many of which revolved around an imagined scene between Kylo Ren, Supreme Leader Snoke, and Leia Organa. Some fans also believe that Snoke will have some sort of a confrontation with Luke Skywalker, something that Andy Serkis's quote doesn't rule out. In fact, he notes that he had a good time working with the cast and with Adam Driver and Domhnall Gleeson, which might suggest that he has scenes with characters other than Kylo Ren and General Hux. So what exactly will happen to Leia Organa in Star Wars with Carrie Fisher gone? Nobody really knows, but it sounds like she doesn't have that huge of a role in The Last Jedi and that most of the big Leia moments were being saved for Episode 9. Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy told Vanity Fair in May, "The minute she finished, she grabbed me and said, I'd better be at the forefront of X, because Harrison was front and center on Vi, and Mark is front and center on VE. She thought X would be her movie. And it would have been." Leia at the end of Star Wars The Force Awakens. Lucasfilm has also said that they did not alter The Last Jedi after Carrie Fisher's death. This all implies that Leia is alive by the end of the movie, and that Carrie Fisher's death will not be dealt with until Episode 9. Some fans have theorized that Lucasfilm is just trying to hide the twist that Leia dies in The Last Jedi, but it's sounding more and more like that's not the case, and that, if anything, she will die off-screen between the two episodes. Because Lucasfilm was expecting Carrie Fisher to be around for Episode 9, it remains to be seen whether Luke and Leia actually reunite in The Last Jedi, or whether fans will never again see a scene of those characters interacting. It's also not entirely clear whether The Last Jedi contains the vitally important confrontation between Leia and Kylo Ren. Lucasfilm has already said that they do not plan to add Leia to Episode 9 using CGI in the same way that they brought back Peter Cushing for Rogue One. So whatever happens with Leia in The Last Jedi, it will be the final time we ever see her. Star Wars The Last Jedi opens on December 15th.